5 common mistakes made by anxiety sufferers. If you are new here or you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Madeline Albright. Albright is an ex-anxiety sufferer who uses her own experience of suffering and recovery to help others who are still struggling. If you have been in sensitization for a long time, you can get your life back. I was in the anxiety cycle for 6 years. Doctors told me I could only cope, I could only manage with anxiety, but I found out a natural way to recover from anxiety. If you are struggling with health anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, OCD, depression, agoraphobia, panic disorders, any type of anxiety disorder, you are in the right place. Otherwise, let's get into the video. So in this particular video, I want to talk about the 5 common mistakes made by anxiety sufferers that is deterring you from recovering. The first common mistake made by anxiety sufferers is making timelines on their recovery. And I am not innocent on that. You know, with anxiety, when you're struggling with anxiety symptoms are debilitating, they are time consuming. It is all that occupies your mind. They take up a larger part of your day. If you're someone who was struggling with, chronic anxiety like me, anxiety was all I could think of. So you want them gone. So if you have done your research, you have educated yourself on the anxiety subject, you want to know now how long will it take to recover from anxiety. And I also did a video on that. I'm going to plug it here. How long does anxiety recovery take? So it is very normal for you to want to know, like, okay, how long should I be with these symptoms? When am I gonna get freedom from these symptoms? And making timeline on your recovery adds pressure to your already sensitized nerves. If you watch that video, there's a part that I say, if there is something that I always don't talk about, that I always, even if you ask me how long did it take you to recover from anxiety, I always shy away from talking about that, because people tend, I do it for your own sake, people tend to compare their recovery. Like, Albright only took this amount of time to recover from anxiety. Me, I'm taking months, I'm taking a year, it's been a year, I'm still having these symptoms. So it puts pressure to your already sensitized nerves, not knowing that there are a couple of factors that determine your recovery. I'm going to talk about that in another point. So making timeline on your recovery adds pressure to already sensitized nerves, which keeps you stuck with anxiety. Let's say you want to recover within the next 6 months. You want to recover, but 6 to 8 months is where you can be at the nearly recovered stage if you put in the work. If you're determined to recover, 6 to 8 months is where it's the stage of nearly recovered. So let's say you have someone who has put a timeline that within the next 6 months you want to be having freedom from, you want to get to the stage of healing. That time reaches, you are still not yet healed. You're gonna start getting frustrated. You're gonna be disappointed. Okay, why wrote me? You feel frustrated because you have not reached this set timeline. So making timelines for your recovery keeps you stuck in the disordered cycle of anxiety, because you're adding pressure to your already sensitized nerves. You're getting frustrated. It's 3 months now, it's 4 months now, I'm still not getting freedom from this anxiety symptom. You see how that one keeps you stuck with anxiety. So don't make timeline on your own recovery. Recovery happens when you're busy there living. The fact that you're making a timeline on your recovery, you'll still be checking in, you'll still be monitoring symptoms, like, why am I still not getting better? It is almost time, but I'm still not getting to yet my goal of recovery. I'm still not getting there. So this makes you frustrated and keeps you stuck in the anxiety cycle. Another mistake made by anxiety sufferers is gauging how you feel on a particular day to determine your progress. Anxiety journey has a lot of setbacks. You're gonna experience setbacks because you are sensitized. You're still having the anxious energy within, and for you it takes time to regulate your nervous system. It takes time to calm down your nerves. So you're gonna experience tough days, you're gonna experience bad days, you're gonna experience setbacks, because the adrenaline, you're still anxious. The anxious energy in your body is being burnt off and is being released in form of the heart palpitations, the feelings of unreality, the panic attacks. Also, your nervous system just wants to check if you're still afraid, if there is still a threat, because if there is a threat, it will send you the stress hormones for you to be able to either flee from that threat or fight that threat. So you're gonna experience a couple of setbacks. So if yesterday you are feeling really good, then today you are having this morning anxiety, you're not feeling as good as yesterday, and you're using that to determine your progress, you are making a mistake. Progress is determined by how well you are able to live with those symptoms by your side. Progress is determined by how you are able to respond instead of reacting. Right now you are reacting. You're reacting in fear. You are reacting in panic. But if you are able to respond to those anxiety symptoms with calm, with courage, then that's how you determine your progress. Progress from anxiety is not determined by how how intensely you experience the intrusive thoughts, how many times you experience the feelings of the physical symptoms, the panic attacks, how intensely you experience the feelings of unreality. If you're measuring progress by how you feel on a particular day, you are making a mistake, and you'll end up getting frustrated, getting disappointed. Yesterday I was feeling better, today I'm feeling this way. It is because you're measuring your progress using how you feel on this particular day. That's not how you measure progress. I did that mistake, and it is one of the reasons that keeps me stuck in the anxiety cycle, because to me, I felt like when I was experiencing a setbacks, I felt like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Am I not doing the correct thing? So this kept me worrying, stressing over, and kept me stuck in the anxiety journey for a long time. If you're someone who is able to live without being bothered by the anxiety symptoms, to live without caring about the anxiety symptoms, to live without the anxiety symptoms interfering with your day, then you are doing the correct thing. How you feel on a particular day is not supposed to determine your progress, because setbacks, expect them. Many people struggling with anxiety experience a lot of setbacks in their journey. So days should not determine your progress. Another thing that is another mistake made by anxiety sufferers that is keeping them stuck in the anxiety cycle is comparing yourself to others. If you're someone who compares themselves to others, it is keeping you stuck in the anxiety cycle. Especially if you're in these forums, in these Facebook forums, if you're on Reddit, you compare, hey, this person has recovered, this person just started, practicing the principles of anxiety recovery. We started with him, we started with her, and they are saying they already recovered. They're saying they're nearly recovered. What am I doing wrong? There are a lot of things that determine the recovery of someone. First of all, the amount of time they struggle with anxiety. Someone who struggled with anxiety for 10 years, their recovery, the amount of the time they're going to take to recover is not going to be the same with someone who has struggled with anxiety for 6 months, for 2 months. It's not going to be the same. Another thing is our fears are different. That's why you find someone else is so much obsessed about their heart. They're having a heart attack. Something is wrong with their heart. Then someone else is so much obsessed about them going crazy. Are they going to lose control? Are they going to lose their mind? Our fears are different. We are all different. We are all unique. That's why you find that for someone else, it is marijuana that got them into the cycle. For someone else, it was stress. For someone else, it was a panic attack. For someone else, they just started having those symptoms. For someone else, it was a long traumatic event. We are all different. So stop comparing yourself to others. Their determination to recover is also different. The effort that they are putting in recovery, the time, it is so much different. So if you're in those Facebook forums, you are bound to bow down to the pressure, like, okay, this person is recovering quickly, better than me. We are all different, and recovery is not a race. As long as you get there, as long as you attain that inner peace, then that's the goal. I don't see why you should, okay, this person is the same as comparing yourself to, your campus mate who is now building a house, who is having these flashy cars. Their jobs are different. You are in different environments now. You don't know what they're doing to get that amount of money. So don't compare yourself to others. It is keeping you stuck in the anxiety cycle. The fourth thing that is keeping anxiety sufferers stuck in the anxiety cycle is saying that it is not working because they are not seeing immediate improvement. You are saying that it is not working because you're not seeing instant relief. When I first started, applying the principles of anxiety recovery, when I first started exposing myself to my fears, living my life, allowing those symptoms, acceptance without adding second fears, at first I thought that it was not working because I experienced intense anxiety than before. And this is because if you start applying acceptance, if you start practicing the principles of anxiety recovery, you are bound to experience intense anxiety because you are not managing the symptoms, you are not using any coping crutches, you have given up the medication, you are now no longer using breathing exercises as a tool, you have given up your coaching crutches. So all the anxious energy within are going to be released. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to disappear into the air. They're going to be released because right now there is nothing to numb them. There is no crutch. So at first I thought that it was not working. This is because I was not using any coping crutch, and it is very common to anxiety sufferers. Like I've started going out. I've started, living with my symptoms here, but I'm feeling intense anxiety. Very normal, and it's not like it is not working. The nervous system takes a lot of time to calm down. It takes time for the nervous system to be desensitized. Think about it. How long did it take you to get into the anxiety cycle? How long have you struggled with anxiety? So it's not like there's a switch. It's not like there is a magic pill that you're just gonna take and the anxious symptoms are gonna go away. It's gonna take time for even you to feel relief from the chest tightness, for even you to start feeling relief from the intrusive thoughts, because this is a habit. You have always been adding second fears. You have always been worrying, analyzing, overthinking. So it's a habit. That's why you find that even if you stop adding the second fears, even if you stop worrying, you stop over analyzing, you stop arguing with the thoughts, making them right, solving them, children, you find that you still have these thoughts. It is because it is a habit. That's what your brain has known. It's just the same like any other habit out there that you have. It's not like you are going to stop having that habit within a week. It's gonna take time. The brain learns through repetition. You have to repeat, like you have to show it that I'm going there is no danger, there is no threat. It learns through repetitions of your actions, new learned behavior. So saying that, you know, it is not working, it's gonna work. I want you to give yourself just a pan of 3 months. 3 months you'll start feeling some relief, but the greatest improvement is seen within 6 to 8 months. So give yourself just time within 3 months and tell me if it's not working. Acceptance is not another tool to make anxiety symptoms go away. Acceptance is a practice to calm down your nerves. Acceptance is not another tool like the breathing techniques, like yoga, like the exercises you do. Like you are trying to practice acceptance, and if you don't feel relief immediately, if you don't feel better immediately, you are saying that it is not working. Acceptance is a practice to calm down your nerves, and as a consequence, those symptoms are gonna go away. It is for long-term freedom, not short-term relief. If you are using acceptance as a tool to make anxiety symptoms go away instantly, you're gonna be disappointed, you're gonna be frustrated, and that's now you end up saying that it is not working. Another thing that is keeping you stuck, the fifth thing that is keeping you stuck with anxiety, is constantly analyzing your progress. Why am I not feeling better like yesterday? Am I doing the right thing? You know, why am I still having these heart palpitations? Why am I still having this dizziness? It keeps you from recovering, because for you to recover, you need to be in a calm state. But always checking, why am I not doing better? Why am I still struggling with these symptoms? It keeps you in the state of hyper alert. It keeps you in the state of hyper awareness. So constantly checking your progress keeps you stuck, because it is stressful, it is worrying, and this adds pressure to your already sensitized nerves. So those are the common mistakes made by anxiety sufferers. Which one are you struggling with? Which mistake are you constantly doing? Can you kindly comment down below? If you have anything that you'd like me to talk about, comment down below. If you have liked this video, if you feel like it is valuable, a thumbs up to this video, like it, share to others who may need these videos, and also subscribe to the channel, because it helps the channel grow. If you have been in the anxiety cycle for a long time, if you want to work with me one-on-one, use this WhatsApp or this email to reach out to me. I help people overcome anxiety disorders, and the coaching program is paid. You know, some of you reach out to me like, you know, they expect me to do coaching sessions for free. Honestly, I have this YouTube for free. I have a free ebook. I have TikTok videos for free, Instagram, Facebook for free. Then coaching also should be free. Honestly, it just doesn't make sense. You know, I'm spending, even me making these YouTube videos, I'm spending my time, I'm spending my energy, I'm spending my effort. So the coaching program is paid. And also, I think I should have 2 YouTube channels, because I find that a lot of people have limiting beliefs concerning money. Because when you reach out to me and you want to invest in your recovery, then I tell you that this is the pricing of the program. Like, I find that a lot of people have, it just depends on your relationship with money too. I think I should create a YouTube channel on how your limiting beliefs are preventing you from making money. Because if you invest in your recovery, if you are able to get your life back from anxiety, where you're living anxiety free, that means you're able to make more money. So is it that investing in your recovery is the issue, or me charging for my time, energy, and effort is the issue? Because it can't be free. Me being here for these YouTube videos to be made, to be complete, I'm actually spending a lot. I'm spending a lot of resources. So if you need me to work one-on-one with me, if you need to be anxiety free, you have to invest. Use this WhatsApp, use this email to reach out to me. Otherwise, let's meet on the next one.